Hey Lovies! Today I'm doing my first review for you guys. So the product that I have chosen to review is the CoverGirl Queen Collection All Day Flawless Foundation. So here's what it looks like. And generally when it comes to foundations, I do have several liquid foundations, but I prefer to use a mineral powder just because I feel like it's better for my skin. It allows my skin to breathe and I don't feel like I have like a heavy coating over my skin. But this is actually my first drugstore foundation. I usually get my foundations from Sephora, but one day, I don't even know how I came across it, but one day I was just on YouTube and I came across a video that was talking about this CoverGirl Queen All Day Flawless Foundation, and something about the video just really intrigued me. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to try this. So I purchased this several months ago. I don't use this on a daily basis, but I've used it several times over the past few months, and I have been using it a lot lately. So it says that it's all-day flawless coverage, lasting power of powder, coverage of a concealer, and blendability of a foundation in one. Shine free, specially designed for darker skin tones. But just in comparison to all the foundations that I do have, I find this one to be pretty amazing. So first off, like it says, it gives flawless coverage, it's lasting power of a powder. So that's really awesome. So lately, like I said, I've been using this, and what I'll use this for is kind of like my go-to foundation in a rush. So if I, find out at the last minute that I have to go somewhere or I'm very limited on time, I'll pull this foundation on, use it because I don't have to use a concealer for like any marks. Like I'll still use under eye concealer, but I don't have to use concealer for any marks or blemishes that I may want to hide because this gives pretty good coverage. I use this brush, which is a Sigma Flat Top Synthetic Kabuki F80. So I'm sure many of you guys are familiar with Sigma brushes, but it's very soft and it's flat, like it says flat top, and it's very dense. So basically I just kind of stipple this all over I put one pump onto the top of the brush and I just stipple it all over my face, and then if I feel like I need a little extra coverage on, like I said, some blemishes or marks, I'll put maybe like half a pump more on here and I'll just stipple it over those marks where I want the extra coverage. Don't need any powder. Then I'll just go ahead and do my bronzer, my blush. If I'm going to do anything to my eyes, I do that. And then I'm out. When it comes to flawless coverage, yes, I feel like it does give pretty flawless coverage. I'm actually wearing it right now, if you guys can see how it is. But I mean, like, I think it looks pretty great. And like I said, I'm comparing this to high-end foundations because I've never used a drugstore foundation. So I think it's pretty comparable to high-end foundations. All the other high-end foundations I have, I still need a concealer or a powder to say I have super oily skin, so I shine very easily. And although this says shine free, honestly it probably would be shine free for people who are not as oily as I am, but because my skin is so extremely oily, I tend to still have to blot throughout the day. But I think that I blot less than I normally would when I wear this foundation. So what else? Coverage of a concealer. Yes, it does cover like a concealer because like I said, I won't use any concealer on marks or blemishes that I may have when I use this foundation. And blendability, it does blend. One thing that I think is very important to mention about this foundation is that it does dry very quickly. So once you stipple it onto your face, you do want to make sure that you blend it in fairly quickly. You don't want to set it on your face for too long because then it'll be more difficult to blend into your skin. And as far as how it feels, like I said, I'm wearing it now and it doesn't really feel like I have anything on. It's not sticky, it's not drying. It feels good. It feels like my skin. I don't feel like I have a heavy coating over my skin, which is what I tend to feel sometimes with liquid foundations, which is, like I said, why I often prefer to use a mineral powder foundation unless I have, like a special occasion or something, or I'm just having one of those days where I feel like wearing a liquid foundation. I think the packaging is great. So it has this cover, which is awesome because that protects it, and it has a pump, which is great, and the pump is able, to lock like most pumps do. So it's super easy to pump onto your hand if that's what you do, or like I said, I just pump it straight onto the brush because that's just like a time saver for me. And like I said, I've been using this foundation lately when I'm in a rush and I just need to hurry up and have a routine that just works really quickly for me. So the color that I actually am is Classic Bronze, and that says Q8. Another thing to mention about this foundation is that it has broad spectrum SPF 20. That pretty much covers everything about the foundation. Like I said, for a foundation period, let alone a drugstore foundation, I think that this is amazing. It's awesome. The coverage is so good. It lasts all day. I can wear this all day long, and at the end of the day it'll still look like I just put my makeup on, which is great. If you guys have any more questions on the CoverGirl Queen Collection All Day Flawless 3-in-1 Foundation, let me know. Thumbs up this video if you like it. Please subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Check out my Instagram. It's onmyloves2. And see you guys next time. Bye.